Today is Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. Alan, can we have a roll call, please?
Randy Daigle,
Here.
Greg Stritch,
Here.
Scott Copen,
Here.
Amy Dennis,
Here.
Caitlin Dunn,
Here.
Todd Kinnan.
Here.
Kevin Margolfo, Michael Monfort,
Here.
Jeff Oken, Christine Dabani,
Here.
Andrew LaPlante,
Here.
Andrew Barrios, Gina Sikala,
Here.
Joe Muller,
Here.
Walter Cruzell, Stacy Thurston,
Here.
Chris Cycli, Samantha DiAugustino,
Here.
Bruce Kellogg,
Here.
Jill Lexi,
Here.
Emily Zarnicki, Amar Shamas,
Here.
Marcus Brennan, Nate Gingerella.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Did everybody get a chance to review the previous meeting minutes dated May 6, 2021? And if so, are there any comments or corrections?
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of May 6, 2021 as issued.
Second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous. We don't have any committee guests this evening, so we'll move right on to the architect's report. ECJ.
Sure. I think big picture for this month and the next couple months is Jill and Emily and Nikki are coordinating the next set of furniture deliveries for the next phases. It'll be complete by August. And also the technology equipment package for them that's coming in. So I think those are the two big efforts, the normal day-to-day activities. Jill is performing as the, answering construction questions, RFIs, requisition review, and then on-site observations. That's it.
That's all you've been doing?
That's all we've been doing.
All right. We'll move on to the CMR report.
Do have a quick slideshow. Or hopefully it's good.
It's obviously taken at night. That's Scott.
It's just, yeah. It's almost there. Thank you.
Little close.
See, these guys are doing basic fax machine.
I literally don't ever want to use a fax machine ever again.
when it first started. Heat sensitive tape.
Oh, yeah.
So you had to make a copy because in 3 days it would fade away.
Oh, like the carbon paper, when they use that stuff?
It's heat sensitive, so.
But,
Hey,
yeah.
so if you didn't make a copy, 3 days later, you wouldn't know it was on that box.
Actually, before the tax.
What are we doing?
Oh, with it, yeah.
It's not really nice. I might just have to skip the slideshow.
Share?
Trying to-
Share?
Time to share.
Not that I know.
Yeah, he's got it right here. See it? It's not coming up. to the-
We can see it.
You can see my slides?
Yep.
Oh, great, okay.
Interesting.
Are you gonna plug in?
You're not plugged into this.
Yeah, but I'm signed into Teams, so it should work. Okay.
Gather us.
I'll show you guys like this. All right, so, first portion I want to show everybody is where we stand in regards to construction and the site. The photo up on the left is the, existing or the current condition of the, bus loop. We tentatively have that ready to be paved within the next 2 weeks. We're fine grading this area starting next Thursday. So as you can see, all of the curbing has been installed in the sidewalks as well. So once that bus loops in, things will start to really look like a finished product in the back of the building. In the lower right photo, you can see where we have started to develop the rear field, where we've poured pads for bleachers, and we are starting to stand up fencing for backstops of baseball and softball fields. This next photo is Area B, the exterior view of the auditorium addition. So what we've done in the last month is we've turned the corner and on the north face of the building and started installing the Nichiha panels, which are those red panels that you see on the right. We've cleaned up some of the new storefront entrance on the left and poured a new sidewalk right up to it. And we are just finalizing some of the Nichiha exterior facade panels at the moment. Inside of the auditorium addition, we're working currently on some finishes within this auditorium. Soon, within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll start installing the stage floor. And then we'll start doing some painting of the concrete floor and installing the auditorium seats. Here's a view from the stage, looking back towards the elevated seating areas. And then this is B Rena, which is Blackwing. This space is very well developed. We're at the final stages of actually starting to do some punch list work in this area. Most of the interior finishes have been installed. You're looking on the left, you're looking down this corridor. On the right, you see one of the completed art rooms and the millwork and all the finishes that we're currently and actively installing. This is a photo of the band room. We have an open ceiling grid, and since the last time, within the last month, we received the pyramid ceiling tiles, and we installed those to help sound deadening within the band room. And then also installed all of these sound absorbing panels on the walls, as you can see, towards the windows. And then we have floor protection down, but the flooring is installed in this room, in these rooms as well. And we have millwork installed for storage of equipment, musical instruments and such. Moving on to Area C, this is the locker rooms. The upper photo on the left is the development of the bathrooms before you get into the locker room. And where we are at today is we're installing, fixtures have all been installed, and we're currently installing the partitions, both the stall partitions and in the boys' room, the urinal screens and such. So again, finishing touches within these 2 spaces. Locker room is the same situation. As you can see, the flooring's all in, lockers have been installed. And we're just doing touch-up work now at the moment. Area C, Yellow Wing, which is this is the old pool, as you all know, which is now going to be the cafeteria. a similar scenario with all the other areas within B and C. We're working on finishes. As you can see, we've closed in the ceiling and padded out the ceiling grid, and lights are on and active and running. We also have installed wall tile up against the servery, which then goes into the kitchen area. And we've done an extensive amount of painting within this space as well. This is the kitchen. And what you're looking at is actually the servery, and looking through that opening in the back is the kitchen area. So we've installed wall tile with the red, white, and blue JFK colors. And as of today, that shiny glossiness you see on the slab there, we started the resinous epoxy floor that goes from the servery into the kitchen. This is the status of the gym. It's all torn apart. Demo is complete, and now we're looking at rebuilding all of the patchwork from abatement, hazardous abatement, and starting to do some roughing. We have hangers installed above in the deck and the joists for duct supports and MEP piping supports. And so we have a lot of staging areas for block work for CMU, and a lot of activity going on in the gym. Area G, which is White Wing. This is the current view of the exterior. We have all the windows now except for one that we're using for staging and loading of material. But all the exterior windows are installed. Similar to what we did in Blue House, obviously F, G, and H, red, white, and blue are almost cookie cutter. So a lot of similar photos from the past. You're looking down the corridor on the left, where we're starting to rebuild. All the demo has been complete, rough in. We have inspections on a weekly basis with the town officials, and so far no issues. So we're rebuilding studs now, taping walls even, and we even have some paint in some of the classrooms. So I did want to tell everybody kind of where we're headed, because we are changing once school gets out to the next phases of the project. So these two views are, the left view is the site logistics plans. So once school's out, we plan on going full force and taking over what we call the north parking lot, which is currently where the buses come in. So we're developing at the moment the back bus loop area of the building in the back fields. Once school gets out, we start moving towards the street, more towards Rockview Road. And then inside the building, once school gets out, we go full force in taking over the center hub, which there's a lot of logistical challenges to that. So we have meetings constantly with the trade contractors, with the owner, and with the design team to work on logistics behind that. And then we also take over Red Wing. So a lot of activity ramping up for the summer. It's probably going to be the busiest time of the project. That's where we're at. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask.
So just to reassure everybody, the changing of the bus lines was something that was developed early and by the town, with the town and the users, and now we're just implementing it. This is not something we're just coming up with now. This is something that's been previously worked out, but now we're in that phase where it's actually working. So we're just finalizing the exact lines. Anybody have any questions? All right,
Yeah, I have a couple questions.
go ahead.
Yeah, first thing.
State your name. State your name for the record.
Okay, Kevin. I seen some of the pictures, and I know that I read too that about the floor scratching and scuffing, and it went back to the manufacturer. But a question, that's really showing underneath the furniture. Did anybody look underneath any of the new furniture to see if the furniture has sharp edges or anything that's really causing a lot of scuffing in those areas, or?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a remedy. The manufacturer will be coming out and resealing the floors. So we are in the process of finalizing all that, but They are coming back out at their cost to reseal the floors. These floors are a little bit different than we've used in the town before. The care of it is you don't have all the cost of resealing, stripping it and sealing and all the hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of machinery to maintain them and stuff. But these floors are pretty much what's being used throughout New England now. I don't know if any of you had a chance to walk through the floors, but it is unbelievably quiet. You don't literally hear footsteps. You don't hear people running. There really is acoustical value to the noise in the hallway. But you have to maintain them in a certain way, and the town, up to this point, didn't, but the manufacturers were willing to step in. In the meantime, the town is being re-educated on how to maintain them and providing them with the proper equipment, which is extremely cheaper than what we have for all the other buildings, so. But yeah, we did all that. So,
Okay, sounds good. I got another one about the walk-in coolers. Really can only see the walk-in coolers from the outside. And all those walk-in coolers are on a concrete floor, or they have the foam floor with the skin over them?
They have a foam floor with the skin over them. Right.
it's like a giant safe. The floor is depressed, and then this unit goes in there. And
Yes.
it's a sealed vaulted cooler.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing those and using those before. My only concern was, I know when we put a lot of racking with a lot of weight in some of them in the past, we've had some sinking issues in them. That's why I'm just asking.
Do you have any other questions, Kevin?
No, I'm all set, thanks.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? All right, we'll move on to the owner's rep, CSG.
Okay, so, the biggest item that we have coming up is the next big move. Like Nate was saying, they're planning on taking over Red Wing and the hub area, starting June 17th. So we've been coordinating with the school, in terms of getting all of their, supplies and belongings out of those areas and moving them into other areas, or putting them into storage as necessary, in order to get ready for all those construction activities happening in June. The next big thing is we have all of the classroom AV and tech equipment ordered. So we are scheduled or expected to begin installation of all those monitors and all the tech AV equipment beginning of July. And then the last thing that we have is we have been submitting state change orders and with the state and reviewing them. And also a payment request was submitted into the state last month as well. So that's all I have to update on.
Any questions or comments? Okay, we'll move on to the budget subcommittee. As usual, anything that being presented tonight has been approved. Some items have been tabled for a significant amount of time because we did not receive proper backup. So a couple of these invoices are going to be a little large because we finally did receive the proper backup, but everything that you're going to be reviewing or receiving tonight has been approved by the budget subcommittee. Take it away, sir.
Okay, let's start with the ATPs. ATP number 74, RFI number 392, urethane sealant at the mounting wall to the balance of the project, $10,762. Motion to approve.
Second. Any comments you want to kind of like?
Yep. So this has to do with a similar condition that we experienced in the Blue House, where between all the classrooms, we discovered PCB caulk joints in the CMU masonry walls. So this is the cost to replace the caulking and the control joints in those walls. We previously did this with the glazing contractor in Area B, and we were able to get a better negotiated price with the masonry contractor for this. And this cost for the remainder of the building.
Any comments or questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 95 upgraded UPS units, $3,904.
So this is, sorry, Kevin, where are you?
I'm over here.
So this is cost for UPS units, stand for uninterrupted power sources. So they're basically a high operating battery that prevents, in the case there's a power outage, it prevents any kind of data loss from equipments or any kind of technology devices. This is the cost to go to a more premium, reliable product for the project.
And again, this all goes with the town, we have weekly meetings with the town IT department, and this is something that they recommended, and fortunately, we have enough in the budget to allow them to do this. Any other discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 96 RFI number 259, kitchen vented ceiling at units, $6,744.
Kevin, second.
This change order has to do with elevating and creating a vaulted ceiling above some of the kitchen equipment devices where the manufacturer requires some ventilation above them. And due to existing structure, we had to strategically place where these vaulted ceilings are located.
Any comments or questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 97 RFI number 382, added stud framing at faculty room C118, $4,862.
Second. So this has to do with, this is an existing condition. Some of the existing walls that were going to be placed in this faculty room were a very poor condition, aesthetically speaking. And so the cost here is to frame out some of those walls and create a nice, clean looking drywall condition.
One of the things I just want to mention, you see some of these amounts, some of them might be low, like maybe $1,200 or $3,000. And some of you that are in construction saying, geez, why couldn't you guys get rid of that or something? Please believe that these did not start this low. This is how they started, they got them down to. So some of these were significant higher, and then between the team, between CSG, JCJ, Gilbane, they were able to bring the cost down. So when we see like a 1,200 or 3,000, we jump on it. So, so just to let you know. All in favor, show of hands. Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP number 98, bulletin number 23, camera changes and ceiling modifications, $93,817.
Kevin, second.
So this is, both of these camera changes and ceiling modifications were requests from the school. The IT department had requested some additional cameras to revamp or increase some of the security within the school system, or within the school building, I should say. The second portion, the ceiling modifications, is a school request to create a soffit condition around some of the sprinkler lines within the stairwells that the kids like to use as monkey bars. So to prevent them from doing that, we are going to create a soffit around them.
Any other questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 99 RFI number 433, cabinet unit heater infills, $9,540.
Second. So this is existing cabinet unit heaters within the building. When they were removed as per the demo drawings, there was no brick behind them, and so this is the cost to infill the walls with new brick at those demoed units.
Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? I'm sorry, did anybody have any discussion before that? I'm sorry. Okay, unanimous, thank you.
Motion to approve ATP 100 network services to Lafayette Road to the building, $137,684.
Kevin, second.
So this is to provide new network services from the building. So this is about 3 vendors worth that are involved in this. There's Frontier to provide new copper phone lines to this from the street to the building. Certex to provide the black fiber or the dark fiber connection, which is the Enfield internal network within Enfield municipalities. And then CEN, which is to provide general network from the street to the building. And this was all due to allocating for the capacity to increase the size of the building that we're doing. We need to increase the service and the capacity to the building from the street.
So just a little bit on this, we could have gone ahead with pretty much what was there and done half of what we have in this package here. But the life expectancy that we would be remaining was about another 5 years. So once this project's done, the town taxpayers would have had to cover the cost to bring them up to, state of the art. So part of this project, we are assuming the cost because it's being reimbursed. Once this project's closed out, it would be 100% taxpayers' responsibility. So we felt it was more advantageous to do it at this point than to wait 5 years when it started failing. Any questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 101, moisture mitigation area A, D, and E, $176,716.
Second. So this is similar to what we did. This is the remainder of the building, similar to what we did for other areas where we encountered moisture penetrating through the existing slab. So this is the cost to remedy that moisture and prevent that condition happening for the remaining areas of the building. So this is the last change order you will see for moisture mitigation on the job.
Any question? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
That completes all the ATPs, but time to move on to invoices. First is for Extreme Networks, Inc. They have submitted 7 invoices. We're going to do them all at once. So it's a motion to approve Extreme Network invoices number 11332074, $6,080.80.
Kevin, second.
Not yet.
No, not yet. The second invoice is number 11332071, $12,127.50. The next invoice is 11332038, $6,692.40. Invoice number 11332034, $10,137.60. Invoice number 12043358, $3,147.90. Invoice 12043359, $48,937.50. And the final invoice is 11332033, $340,538.94, for a total of $427,662.64.
Second.
So this is accumulated of bills starting in the beginning of December. like I said, some of these we tabled until we had the proper invoice backup and the sheets, the way we wanted to have them read and seen, so. That's what I mentioned earlier, some of these might be big, but this is the only big one. We have a second, ever, any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against, anybody abstain? Thank you very much, unanimous.
Next invoice, Independent Materials Testing, invoice number 4707J, $12,013.25.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
The next invoice is Insalco Corporation has two invoices. Motion to approve both. Invoice number 9263, $2,373.60. And invoice 9264, $65,221.20 for a total of $67,594.80.
Second. Just for, this is part of the furniture invoices, so, let you know. Any comments? All in favor, show of hands. Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Next invoice, Construction Solutions Group, invoice number 17, June 2nd, 2021, for the sum of $23,064.01.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? Show of hand, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstaining? Thank you, unanimous.
Next invoice, JCJ Architecture, invoice number 26, May 31st, 2021, $42,995.28.
Second. Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve Gilbane Building Company, application number 20 for the period ending May 31st, 2021, $2,135,300.33.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain?
Mr. Chairman, that completes all the invoices.
We have nothing on the old business. Anybody have anything they want to bring up new under new business? We'll jump on to the communication subcommittee.
We have no updates.
All right. How's the webpage going? Everything, you've been still getting everything and posting it on there?
Yeah, doing okay. Plugging away.
All right, speaking of communication, does any of the liaisons from the town council feel they want a formal in-person presentation?
Yes, sir. Joe Muller, we would, if you could.
Yeah, that's up to you guys if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, if,
All right, can you say that? Yes, you know, we couldn't hear you, I'm sorry. Yes?
yes,
Okay.
please, if you could.
All right, how about the Board of Ed?
As far as I know, I thought Walter was working on something to get you guys there.
Okay, well, this is we're just putting it out formally.
Okay. He's at a graduation tonight, so let me double check with him on Tuesday,
Okay,
and I'll have him reach out to you.
all right, and then we'll come up with some dates that we're publicly advertised, so if anybody wants to be there present. Also, the building committee, would the building committee like to have a walkthrough of the project?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, then we'll work on that date also. Unfortunately, we can't do the public because it is a active construction site and we have to limit. All right, schedule the next meeting.
Mr. Chairman, right now, the next meeting is scheduled for June 17th, 2021. I suggest we leave that on the docket and cancel if we don't need it when we get close.
If you're a second, everybody okay with that?
That's fine.
All right, so we're just leaving it as is. Committee comments. We'll start off with the liaisons. Anything?
Nope. Nope, all set.
No, we're all set. Thank you.
Committee members, anybody have any comments or anybody have any good to the order, any happy, positive news? Other than my video on Facebook?
I am good at the order.
Well, picked up a new puppy, Shiva.
All right, well then, if that's the case.
Yeah, just
Oh, sorry.
two things from the 4th of July Celebration Committee. One, just to let the community know, and hopefully the word's already out there, that we're having a fireworks display on Saturday, July 3rd, 9:30 from the town green. And actually just this week, due to the Memorial Day parade being canceled because of rain, we are going to try our best to coordinate a Independence Day parade for the same day, July 3rd, 11 o'clock. Kick off the normal parade route from along Route 5, heading north to the town green. No events on the green, so it'd be parade, and then gathering back in the evening for the fireworks display. Free to attend. And please participate. If you want to march in the parade, we'd love to have you.
Excellent. Anybody have any comments? Anybody else have any good to the order? All right,
Mr. Chairman, motion to adjourn.
Second.
show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you guys very much. Hope you all stay safe and see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Have a good evening.
Keep seconding it.